After a whole week off, we are back. Hello and welcome to the Brownload.
Yes.
Should I apologise?
Should Satch
apologise?
I ain't apologising.
Why aren't you apologising, Satch? We missed.
I think it's the people on Instagram who've been voting should apologise.
Right. So just to in case someone's twitching on, go, what are you talking about? We missed last week's podcast.
Yeah,
okay.
we did.
And it wasn't planned to be missed.
No.
And actually, we should say we actually planned the podcast as much as we planned.
Yeah,
we talked about what we're going to talk about.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
No, we were. It was there.
Yeah.
So the work was done, which is more annoying. So the revision was done, but we didn't turn up for the exam.
We just didn't execute.
I wouldn't really call it revision. We call each other and have a chat.
Okay,
about
we went
half
over
an
our
hour.
notes. Okay.
Yeah, it's not even that. We just talk. We just chat breeze.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of breeze chatting, but Satch gets
actually
angry
think
at that.
we should record the conversation because I think that's funnier.
When we're saying, what do you reckon? Like, did you see this? Did you see that? Have you watched this program? Or where were you on the weekend? Oh, there. But the problem we've got is that would be a teaser podcast because what we always do is we go, oh man, you never guess something to me. You go, what? Save it for the podcast.
Yeah. Save it.
We'll talk about it. Because actually, if you then talk about it all yesterday and then you talk about it all again on the podcast, it's not the same.
But something we shouldn't save is the actual results from the poll that we put up on our Instagram. Because obviously,
What was
the
the poll?
podcast didn't go out on Thursday. I jumped on the Instagram to let the people know that it wasn't going to happen because I thought, one of us has to take responsibility.
Someone has to tell the people.
Someone has to tell the people, otherwise we're going to get messages.
Normally
so
the guilty one. Yeah.
We'll tell them.
Yeah.
Guilty conscience, and why I kind of gave them the message, at the bottom of it, I just thought, who do you think messed up this week?
Yeah. And you did a little Instagram poll.
That was it.
People could click and they could vote whether it was
who was
you,
the person, yeah.
And they
me,
voted in their
Ted.
droves. They've never voted for anything in their life. Do you know what I mean?
No, they voted for a lot of stuff. But, I mean,
Well, technically, Satch, they were already on Instagram because they were complaining, weren't they? There
was lots of complaints.
Complaints.
But, I mean, it was just, there was a lot of just...
Not complaints. Can we rephrase it? Not complaints.
No, it was complaints.
It was more disappointment as well. Guys, I've woken up and he ain't there. How am I going to get through my Thursday?
Well, what is a complaint? A complaint is... No one complains happily. They go, guys, I'm really happy with the lack of podcast this week.
That Thursday, last Thursday, I think was the most miserable day this year.
It was a miserable day.
The weather was ridiculous.
It was terrible.
Oh, was it really bad?
Yeah, it was terrible.
It was bad.
It was great. It was
bad.
dull.
It started raining.
So everyone was just kind of, woke up in a bit of a foul mood, I think. You could just sense it in the air.
Yes.
And then you jumped onto the Instagram of the Brownload and saw the message that I put out. And it probably annoyed people even more.
Yes.
Right. And you asked people, said, right, we've missed this week's podcast.
Yeah,
Apologies,
There's
everyone.
apologies. That's all I said was
do you think
back next
is?
week.
Yeah.
Whose fault do you think it is? And I can say, Tommy,
Yep.
in third position was me. So I got the least votes.
Yeah. You know why? Because you're dependable, Satch. You're rock.
I don't know why that is. Why
He's
people
sensible,
think
Satch.
that. Though.
It was about 10%.
Why do people?
Nothing.
Why do people have that image of Satch that he's dependable?
Am I not dependable, Kedge?
I suppose also, technically, DJs are known for being late and things like that.
Absolutely.
But not Satch. Satch is like, look, Satch is the one. When we finish the podcast, by the way, he rolls up these wires on the microphone, like into perfect little lassos. Honestly, he should have been a cowboy, not an Indian, right? in his other life, if they're perfect three little lassos of our three little,
But I think it's got to be done properly.
Yeah, because he doesn't like it the way we do it.
If you saw my hose pipe looking like 15 snakes have been shot, that's what it looks like. No. That would annoy you. Yeah. So what I mean is, he's a bang tidy. Sensible Satch, dependable, minimal. He's not a problem. He's not a troublemaker.
And I think
he doesn't say the things that wind the people up. That kind of. He's not.
I can see where this is going.
Questionable.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was in the last place with 10% of the votes, and I thought, okay, that's quite nice. At least the Brownloaders know.
What?
That
Satch is not the one to point the finger
to
at.
flop the podcast. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And in second position, Tommy was you.
Yeah,
Oh,
right. But
with 20%.
20%, but you
About
can tell
20%,
which is nothing. But you can tell.
But there was a lot of votage for you. He did get votes.
In comparison to
who got 70%.
Exactly.
And do you want to reveal the results?
Well, yeah, it was 17% for Kedge.
Right, but who was right out of the people?
No, I'm going to let him answer that.
Him? You mean what? The guilty one?
The guilty one, yeah.
Well, let's just get it out
in the corner.
Right, it was Kedge's fault.
Yeah, it was.
It was
my fault. But I think the people will feel sorry for me and understand that the reasons behind it.
Oh, okay, this is a bit like when you watch those Netflix series about a murderer and they go, oh look, he was actually really messed up. It wasn't his fault.
Yeah,
it was his parents.
He had a girlfriend. He was normal. He was a nice kid at school. That kind of thing. No. This is what happened, right?
But then it all went wrong.
What happened is we'd all planned it Monday.
Hang on, let's hear the story, and I want people to message in and see if they. Yeah.
Hello at thebrownload.com or just DM on Instagram.
Right. So we've got to take it back to the Sunday after the concert. We can still go talk about that.
We'll come back to that,
but the Rewind concert, Alka, Udit and Kumar, right?
Yeah,
so
first name basis.
Yeah. And then so I got home late.
Coombsy.
Well, I didn't
Coombsy.
go Coombs.
Alks.
So I didn't stay right to the end because I had work the next day and everything. So I got home and I thought I'll get in bed and I'll be because I'll be up at 5 o'clock in the morning. And as I got into the hallway, my socks went a little bit wet. And I thought, that's a bit weird.
You pissed yourself again.
No, I know. I thought, what happened here? Do you know what I mean? Has someone spilled some water or something? So I put the light on. I thought, there was a big puddle in the hallway.
Wow.
I thought, that's
trick or treat. Someone's emptied a
I was like, what's going on here?
Someone's done a wee for your letterbox.
Yeah, right in the middle of it. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like coming from anywhere. It was just right in the middle. I was like, that's a bit weird. I was like, what's this? So then I put the light on and everything. And
was this the rain day?
Yes, it was raining a lot.
It was raining that day.
So I thought, was there a leak? How? But what I'm trying to say is, it's so inside the house. Like how? You know what I mean? Like how
would it get there?
Yeah. And then I was like, what's going on here? And then the toilet's just not far away from the downstairs toilet. I open the thing, whoosh! All this water comes out of there.
What, like a waterfall?
Yeah.
So you've got a toilet right by your like as soon as you come in.
Yeah.
By the hallway.
By the hallway. Yeah.
But hold on. My instant thing is. So the bottom of the door, is that watertight? That no water was leaking?
Well, there's like a little, it's obviously trickling.
Yeah.
But once I opened it, my God, it was the floodgates open. And it just whooshed. I was like, you don't know what to do.
Away down the hallway?
I almost did. Like, I was covered.
That would have been
wet
a good
socks.
to see.
And then I'm like, what's going on here? And then I realised, oh my God. Then I'm like, where's this water going? And then I figured out it was a pipe in the corner that's coming in the toilet that was leaking. Right? So I'm like, oh my God, how do I stop all this? So luckily I've got a little stopcock on that pipe. So I turn that quickly, and then I'm starting to use a mop, trying to. Like when you think,
what time of day is this? What time of night?
So now it's like 11:30, and I'm mopping, right? Because I left early to get to bed early.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I could have seen these three still.
You specifically said when you left us on that Sunday night, you said you went, look, boys, I've got an early start.
Yeah.
And you were loving the concert.
And I was loving it. I didn't want to leave, but obviously God told me that you're going to get back home because you got to start mopping. And my God, you're mopping, and it's not doing anything.
God gives you some horrible messages, man.
Honestly,
you need to get home.
And I've got one of those and this is the other problem. I've got one of those fancy super duper mops that basically it's not.
Why do you need that?
I know. And it's
what is a super duper one?
It's basically the way it's designed is there's nothing in the middle, but it's got loads of all the flaps around the side, right?
It's got
the hair, whatever you call it.
It's got the plaits.
Yeah. So that when you put it in the bucket, it fits in this thing, and then you press the button. But there's nothing in the middle, right?
Yeah.
And then what happens? The bloody button thing breaks. So then you've got to keep lifting it up with your hand and then push it down, and it doesn't get the water out. My God, it's stress. It's like I'm like can't clean the water. I'm getting tissues. That's not working. Anyway, I'm mopping till 12:30.
An hour.
12:30, and then I've closed the main stop.
Who have you called? You called anyone for help?
No, everyone's asleep. Everyone's asleep.
No.
So then I thought, oh no, I've stopped it. I've dried it all out, and I thought, right. Main stopcock was shut as well. I went, right, let's just now. What? Then
worry about it in the morning.
Well, and then I thought, then when I go to bed,
that'd be mummy. Don't worry about it.
Well, no, I wanted to worry about it in the morning.
You need to kind of do a temporary fix at the time and then worry about it in the morning.
Exactly. And I thought, and then I was lying in bed. I thought, no. I said, this ain't right because it was still getting wet. So I rang the water insurance people up and I said, look, this is what's going on.
Water insurance people?
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like that home serve.
Yeah.
So, and I said, and I was surprised that she answered the phone. I was like, I didn't think anyone was going to answer it on Sunday night.
Of course she would.
So, and then she goes, oh, she was really lovely. She goes, oh, you know what? Close the stopcock, blah, blah, blah. She goes, that's fine. She goes, and then we'll deal with it in the morning. She goes, an engineer. She goes, but I said, you know what, actually, can you send an engineer now? She goes, well, he'll come out, but all he can do is make your place safe. He can't fix it.
No.
I said, that's fine. He rang me at 1:30.
So you got to sleep?
Well, no, I couldn't go to sleep.
You're there waiting.
Yeah, exactly. 1:30. Hello, mate. How's it going? He goes, have you turned the stopcock off? I said, yeah. He goes, well, there's no point in me coming. He goes, because that's all I'm going to do as well. I said, oh, fine. So I said, you know what? Let's just both go to bed. Whatever. Yeah. Right, I'll wake up.
Together?
No.
I thought that's a weird...
What policy you got with home service?
Forget the stopcock. How about starting my cock?
It's a bit rude. No, but so...
Where do you want to put that pipe? Oh, I'm leaking. Look at my wet jarabba. It's like
anyway,
a sexy Indian
so I
Gujarati
woke up
porn.
and I woke up and I'm thinking it's all good, it's all
Gujarati
tight
porn.
and it's
I don't know
all
how
going to be dry.
Yeah.
Was it dry? My backside, it wasn't dry.
Your backside was wet.
It was wet as
dear.
anything. So basically, it was still trickling out. And I'm
In the
like, well, I
morning.
don't know. There's no more cocks to turn now. What do I turn to stop this? Do you know what I mean?
Cock.
Yeah. So but I thought, well, we'll still be okay. The plumber's coming in the morning, right? He goes, he's going to come. So I changed my work day to work from home. He's going to be there between 7 and 12. Yeah. You're waiting. I'm ringing 3 times between that period going, is he coming? Yeah, he's coming. He's coming. 1 o'clock. 2 o'clock. That was
afternoon.
it. Afternoon. Where is he? Oh, there was nobody booked.
Yeah.
I would be living.
You know,
Nobody booked. What do I get living with though?
Describe to me that feeling in your heart when you go, they go, there's no job. Sorry, Mr.
sinks.
Kedgel. No, nothing under your name.
Yeah.
Oh, Kevin? No, it's not Kevin.
Yeah.
Karishma? No, not
No.
No, nothing under your name, sir.
Nothing there. And I said, mate, you can't get angry.
No, you're beyond.
Because I don't want to get angry at her because it's not her fault.
It's not her fault. Well, it could have been.
But I said, but it was still leaking. And I said, now this is getting. I said, can you sort something out this afternoon, please? Sorry, we've escalated it, but there's no one available. No one available. But this is an insurance company. I pay you monthly, so that this is the one time you actually turn
You
up.
sounded more Indian there. I pay you monthly.
No, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
You got a
point.
point.
You got a point. You got to put on
Because
a bit.
what is the sole function of this company is to be there for you when you're in trouble.
Yes. You are preaching to the conveyed. But go on, I'm letting you finish.
And I'm like, so you flopped
that.
that. So therefore, there's no point in your service.
Yep.
Cancel
Anyway.
it right now.
But you know what I mean? So anyway.
No, I need you right now. But
I need you right now.
As soon as you fix this, we are finished.
We are finished. So then he goes, right. So, and then he rings me at 7 o'clock at night. We're going to get someone to you tomorrow morning now. I was like, but by now, it is now, it's just keeps
Escalating,
trickling. Yeah, because I'm mopping while I'm working from home.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I'm like mopping.
So you've got your headset on, taking complaints
headset on,
from
mopping,
customers,
chatting to people,
that.
all of that kind of stuff. And then I'm mopping. And it was a headache. Then I'm planning with you guys, thinking, you know what? We're going to be fine. Right? It's leaking all night. Anyway, the dude comes the next day. It's already leaked into different parts of the house. Blah blah blah. The floors,
You
the floors
went
all
off
coming
radar,
apart.
by the way.
Yeah, I went off radar.
He did, yeah.
And I don't. You know me. I don't go off radar.
Messages wise, you'll respond quick, and like you were going like, and even you'd written in the messages, Kedge, are you around? Oh, we can do this time or that time. We can move this way. We were then working out how to move it around.
Yeah. And it just wasn't going to happen. Just like I said, and I'd really tried, and because then I had to go and live in a hotel because basically they shut the wall because basically it didn't matter how many stopcocks you shut. It was the leak before the stopcocks. I mean, it was coming in the house. My God, disaster.
The main cock.
There was super one outside.
Supercock.
Yeah. And then
pushing the little stop.
Well, exactly. And then he goes, I wouldn't turn it on. And also, who's going to go outside to turn it on to just have a shower? And then he goes, as soon as you turn that on, he goes, it's going to start coming out again. The water. So it's just
unnecessary cock
and then
pressure.
by then the floor's all coming up, and it's all wooden pieces and all that. It's just disaster.
You couldn't block the outside stopcock. You couldn't cock block.
No, so that's the one that we brownloaded outside.
That's what I wanted to say.
He just,
I knew what you
I just wanted to say.
Anyway,
cock block,
I'm
come
sure
on,
the
that's a
brown loaders will understand the despair and the disaster crisis I was going through.
Genuinely, I felt sorry for you.
I know.
It was a tough week.
It was a real tough
And not only
week.
that, having them move all your things out.
Yeah,
go into a hotel.
Yeah.
But the one thing that just made me laugh all the time, and I was thinking about, I haven't even said it to you, was
Good.
you were basically the Gujarati SpongeBob SquarePants living underwater.
You were a Dorkler.
I was.
That's all I could imagine. That was in my head.
I was underwater.
Cage a little Dorkler underwater.
With his swearing away to himself with his mop. I tell you what,
swear
out of all
so
of that,
much.
I would love to have just been a fly on the wall and just watched him. And there was an episode of Breaking Bad. If you watch Breaking Bad, where Walter White, they get inside the mind of this madman.
Right,
and he's now he's making drugs and he's escalated to his big levels. Yeah. But there's one whole episode where it's him and a fly. And he's in his like big vat and he's making all that, but the fly is bugging him and driving him mad. And you get the inside of the mind of this guy. That's what it would be like just watching you.
You know what I realised?
I'll tell you what I'm saying. The last thing was when I would love to just see your face when the mop broke. You know that when your foot goes and go,
I start swearing in Gujarati. That's the problem.
Told you the little.
I start swearing, and also it's you just like you said. I'm not good with water crisis. Do you know what I mean?
What?
No, like
gas, no problem.
I don't know how to. I
Fire.
didn't know how to stop the water and
You can't stop it.
No, but like you're mopping, but this is not doing anything. And where does this water go? Do you know what I mean?
Like my dad will always.
I can't stand. I couldn't handle that.
Right, exactly. My dad has been the advocate of this, and he's stayed with me all my life. He says water is one of those things that has an ability to get in. Everywhere.
Yeah.
So the damage and the what it can do to the wood, to the paint, to the this, to that. It's like it's huge.
Relentless.
It is relentless.
And
amazing.
It
in
was.
many
It
ways.
was when you said I've got to move out into a hotel. I was like, oh wow. Okay, that's
I didn't realize it was going to be that serious.
Yeah.
That was
Satch
serious.
wrong me, but go on, put him at yours. I go, no, you put him at yours. Oh, go on, just take him. And it's only because you get under insurance.
You like, sent him a nice message and was like, look, you can come and stay if you want at Hotel Sandu.
Yeah.
But then he was just like, well, we need to be here, obviously.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
We need to be in the area.
Yeah, and also because I had to get to work the next day as
There
well.
you
Do you know
go,
what I mean?
yeah.
So it's just.
Well, can I? Sorry, jump in on. I don't want to make this a moany podcast, and we will do this already.
So that's so. Do the people let him off? That's what we need to ask.
It's up to the people. It's up to the people to decide. Hello at thebrownload.com. But genuinely,
would you let him off, Tommy?
I would. I have let him off.
I've let him off.
And you know what? Because I'm just like, it's a mare. You know, it's
still a mess as well.
And you're on hold for hours.
Yeah. Oh, the holding.
And I tell you, kind of one of the reasons why I feel like because this happened to you on what day then?
So this was on Sunday night.
Sunday
night into the Monday,
so
Tuesday.
The Thursday before that, right? So
yeah, that was it for you.
Yeah, the Thursday before that. So hold on, when were we going to record a podcast? Oh, we were going to record it that week. So it went on all that week for you.
Yeah, it was all week.
Monday,
It was all week. Yeah.
Till that Friday. Yeah. So the Thursday before that, I was doing all these concerts. So I'm about to host Thursday night in Wembley Arena for Gunnar Nordjylland's concert. And then Friday for the Rewind tour, which is Udit Narayan, Alka Yagnik and Kumar Sanu, Friday, Saturday, Sunday in different cities. So it's Birmingham, Leeds, and then back to Wembley again. So 2 Wembley concerts I hosted that weekend.
That's mad.
I know, right? But my wife was going up to Birmingham on the Thursday night.
Right.
So when I was in, I went, look, you go.
Yeah.
Thursday night.
Meet you up there.
Kids are off school.
Yeah.
I'll meet you up there. I'll come up on the train the next day. You just go because you're off work. Blah, 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 blah. So she was going up on Thursday night. I was in Gunnar Nordjylland's concert.
Consulate.
I was a consulate. The consulate of Gunnar Nordjylland. He's in America. It's a midterms. He's running. So I'm there and I get starts off with text from Milo.
What happened? Did your waters break as well?
No, the car broke.
Oh.
It's under warranty, right, with the manufacturer. So it's not that, and what's so strange is, you know, like now with all the cost of living stuff, and we're talking about cars and cars. I actually extended this car for another year. I thought it's running fine.
Yeah,
keep it.
Ain't broke.
I went, and I even told the guy, I went, it's running fine. It's doing this great. All it does is go.
It's
school
because you
and
said
back.
it's running fine.
Right, I'm telling you, it heard me. Or the
it did.
lucky, right? All that.
They've got machines that can then they just switch it.
Algorithm, they're listening. The phones are there. Siri messed my phone up, or Alexa, one of the two. Anyway, so then the car broke down, but the missus broke down. This is genuinely so on the motorway.
Yeah.
No hard shoulder.
Yeah, a little bit scary. That
it was near Flitwick. It was dark because it all suddenly got very dark. Didn't it?
Yeah.
So this happened at 7:30. She broke down. Like I said, I'm not going to go into the details of it. RAC, massive letdown, right? But they didn't get picked up till midnight. 7:30, and exactly that. They go, we're coming. Oh, we're allocating your job. Another hour.
In the car. Did they wait outside? Because they wait outside on the harsh shoulder.
Then the highway people have to come, move their car to a hard shouldery bit, and then left them there. I was like,
but they can't sit in the car.
Who?
Did your family sit in the car?
No, they were then stood outside it.
For 3 hours?
Well, in and out of it. Then they're in for a bit because they're getting cold, and out for a bit. The highway's left, right? Then
they left?
Yeah, because they said
they leave.
They went RAC on their way, and RAC kept delaying it, and it was 3 hours. And then I rung RAC from backstage at the concert. I'm going, what are you doing? Like, it's a wife and 2 kids. It's a 10-year-old and a 5-year-old on the motorway. They've been there for 2.5 hours now, and I'm, you know, when you feel
must have heard the music, mate.
Right?
Must have heard the music and just.
My music, and they went, is that Gunnar Nordjylland? Can you give me a picture, bro? Right? And I'm like, wait a. And then again, you're trying to be nice. You're going to go, guys, they're on their own. And I said, the kids are falling asleep in the car. There's no toilet. You know, there's no food. You're right. And you start getting this kind of parental protection thing. Going like, okay, what can I do? And I haven't got a car because she's got the car. I can't even get there. I'm in Wembley.
Yeah.
So I'm like, in the end, a tow truck comes at midnight. So they pick up the car, put it on the back, they're towing them, and he goes, I can only take you to the service station 5 miles up the road. I can't take you home.
What?
So she broke down in Milton Keynes. We live in East London. They took her 10 miles up the road and went, no, this is my range as far as I can cover.
Range of what? He's got an electric car or something?
No, like yeah. And then she went, well, what
kind of RAC cover have you got?
No, 2 RAC covers, mine and my wife's. So you're sort of paying them twice. Well, mine is one through a bank service, and she's paying through her insurance thing.
But I don't know.
It just that's all.
Surely, the point of it that you've broken down.
You bring me to
again,
where I got to go.
You're paying them monthly to deliver this one time,
right? And at one point, they were even talking about towing her up to Birmingham, and then she went, "Oh, what's the point in going there? Like, I'm going to need to get the car back home eventually.
Go home, yeah.
I might as well forget Birmingham. I might as well just go home, right?" Yeah. So all of that, but then you feel massively let down. I said, just getting an Uber. From North London, South Mims, where she was dropped off. Just get it. And they leave the keys then with W.H. Smith, which is a dumb thing. When the cars break down the motorway, that's where they take them, leave the W.H. Smith, and the breakdown will come from there. The one that can get the car back home.
Right.
Oh, so then what happens? I mean, she goes, I left the car there. She comes home. I'm now back from the concert. I'm home in my pajamas waiting for her. Yeah. Right? Yeah. She comes back. Yeah. And then they all got, kids are knackered, mullered, beyond time.
Yeah.
Go to bed. Right, fine. Everyone was like, fine. Look, they're home safe. That's the main thing.
Yeah. That is the main thing.
3 o'clock in the morning, door goes.
Yeah.
The RAC have turned up with the car. Yeah, we got your car for you from the service station.
3 in the morning.
Yeah. So I woke up. Obviously, I can't go, babe.
Get
you know the car that you broke down in?
Yeah.
Right. And he goes, and he was a bit eccentric. That's all I'll say, right? He goes, well, look, he goes, I can get it off the ramp, but I can't push it and steer it. I went, sorry.
Push it?
Right. I said,
because it's not working, isn't it?
I said, I'll steer it.
In your pajama?
Right.
Freezing. You know what? I would have told him just leave it in the middle of the road. I wouldn't have bothered.
Okay, so we're trying to put it on the drive, right? And we're pushing it, and the way he's taken it, where he's dropped in the middle of the road, it's sort of right in front of the drive. So then he moves his truck. So then we've got to push it forward to then reverse it. And the turn on it when it's got the power steering and the wheels. Oh my God, nightmare. And then I went, mate, we went back and forth 3 or 4 times. I pulled my neck, on my back, everything's hurting. I went, mate, can I ask you something? I said, why are we putting it on the drive and just not leaving it on the other side of the road? He went, I don't know. I thought you'd want it on the driveway. he goes, you got a big driveway, so I thought you want to put it on the drive. I went, I got a big driveway, so I want to put it. What's that got to do? I went, you know
put
what?
It anywhere.
Block the driveway. It don't matter. There ain't no other cars coming there. We only got one car, right? So we didn't then push into the road, and then literally, I went, we done? And he went, yeah, I'm just going to go get, because obviously his truck's up the road. Yeah. Right? I thought, I don't know if there's paperwork to sign. Yeah. I closed the door, went up to bed, got into bed. I was so angry. Then I thought, he's going to knock again.
Well, how long was this whole palaver?
30 minutes outside. To the extent I thought my neighbours are going to, because his lights are going, glowing up the street. So I was let down by my emergency service. Yeah. You were let down by your
What's the point of having emergency services? It's waste of time. And you're paying them monthly. It's ridiculous. You just need Rajesh the plumber and Rajesh the vehicle breakdown driver as well.
All in one.
Rajesh Services. Why didn't someone make that?
Yeah. You want me to stop your bumper? You want me to get your cars going? You can do either of them. But anyway.
Well, on the flip side, so far, it's been okay for me.
Yeah. Well, touch wood. Good for you.
Touch wood. I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to say everything's right because I don't want anything like that to happen to me. But
what did you think of the concert weekend?
Well, let's talk about that because I think we need to talk about the concert. I think. Well, go on.
It was a big thing. Like,
from the beginning,
we put so many videos up on the night on our Instagram. You know, from when we even got there and blah blah blah. You know, doing
there's a lot that needs to be addressed.
And overall of the concert.
Why are you laughing, Tommy?
Because I just asked Satch, what did you make of the concert? Like thinking, Satch is going to give a concert review.
Yeah.
And there's lots of things that need to be addressed. Like you can already tell these man's got issues.
He's got issues. I know.
But anyway, we'll come back to the issues.
Because all I was going to say, sick, innit?
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. I got to say about the concert.
This is the rewind one.
Udit Alka.
Kumar. And you were at the sellout Wembley Arena one on Sunday night. The night of the plum.
Yes. I think this
the night of the plum. The night of the plum.
I think this was probably the best Indian Asian concert.
Yes.
For the past 5 years,
I think
I'd
say.
Well, what was a good one 5 years ago?
No, it might have even been 10.
Yeah, something. What's another good concert you remember going to?
Oh no, I ain't been to nothing as great as that.
Yeah, so
I'll tell you what was good.
Of that night or something else?
One that I would put.
No, before you even go into why you think it was good, I need to start.
I was going to say another concert that we went to.
Go on.
The Mika and Dele Mendy was pretty good. Do you remember?
Was I at that?
No, it's not as good as it. No, it wasn't.
It went on that
We
level.
went
No, it
backstage
wasn't.
and then we met him.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It's not as good as this. No way.
But
No, but in terms of bangers.
No.
when I first saw Rahat about 8-9 years ago.
Oh yeah, the first time, but then it was the same.
Because all he did
He was excellent.
He did a 30 minutes, and you're like, wow, he is as
He's
good
good.
live
He's good.
as he is. So, but
Did you know I DJ'd at his concert?
Did you? I didn't
Yeah.
know that. Was
Yeah.
that before
The
we worked
first
together?
one, yeah.
Oh,
Oh
wow.
man, how mad!
At the O2.
Oh.
Dude,
I was on the stage DJing at the O2. It was mad.
Wow.
I think I might have hosted one of them there.
It wasn't you.
Might have been. Was it Sonia the Old Territory?
No.
Either. But how good? How good?
It was.
And well done him for getting a good DJ on beforehand, because that makes a big difference.
It was the promoters that booked me.
Yeah, well done them.
This concert.
So this is Alka Yagnik, Udit Narayan, and just for anybody who doesn't know, and Kumar Sanu, who between them, each of them have done about 40 years in the business. So that's 120 years of playback singing. And only because I had to say these stats on stage when I'm introducing them, I think Udit Narayan, over 20,000 songs.
Wow.
That's just in Hindi.
Wow.
Right?
Well, he done songs in English as well.
Well, no, all the other Indian
the other
He
languages.
might have done some songs.
He might have, yeah.
You know, the Maharashtrian, the Tamil, the
Yeah.
Telugu.
Happy birthday to you. Must have done that one.
He's done them all, mate.
And Alka is Bolle Junior.
Yeah.
Alka and Udit together are pretty much.
Awesome.
I've had the same hairstyle ever since I've known her.
You've known her.
No,
Yeah.
as in like from from day one.
You've mixed yours up. since
No,
then.
but from
No,
like when
Kedge's
her
always had the same hairstyle.
from
With a
her
bandana.
from her photo on cassettes back in the day.
She looks the
same
same.
hairstyle.
Well, if it works.
She hasn't aged.
Ain't done broke. Ain't broke.
No,
I think they've all looked the same.
But
They all look
between
similar,
the
yeah.
three of them, there are just golden anthems.
Yeah.
Ek ladki ko dekha,
Oh.
main yahan hu yahan. You know, like just
Too many.
Too many.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
Too many. And I think there was so many other songs that they didn't sing, which were
Yes.
still bangers. 'Cause
Yes.
the day after, I was just listening to their songs for the
So was
last
I.
2-3 days.
Actually, I've been all week.
I was singing them.
and I was just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
God, they didn't even sing this. I'm like, this is a tune. Do you know what I mean? There was just so many things that they didn't even get through. But anyway, the concert was excellent. But I want to start right at the beginning when the journey towards the concert, because
Yeah.
I met Kedge.
We
I met
came
Kedge,
together
Yeah.
on the
Kedge was
train.
like,
That's always nice when that happens.
Kedge was
Yeah.
like, meet me in Stanmore, we'll jump on the train. I was like, yeah, okay, cool, makes sense.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go into Wembley because there was
Chaos.
American football on that day.
Yeah.
That was mad. Wembley
Right.
was chaos basically that day. And so I met Kedge, parked up round the corner, got onto the tube, and I think it's the most miserable I've seen him ever.
Oh.
He was so grumpy.
I was a little bit.
so grumpy.
I was a
He
little bit
just-
neggy.
So
I was a
this
little
is
bit negged.
pre the plumbing problem. This is
Pre
the
the
day of
yeah.
that Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it was brewing. Do you know what I mean?
Something
Maybe
in
it
your-
was coming. You know, like the negativity and all of that. It was,
No,
you know,
I think it might have been that negativity that broke your waters, mate.
maybe it might have been that. But basically the journey in. I just said to Satch, I think this might be a bit rubbish.
The concert.
No, you
thought-
didn't say rubbish. It was another word.
Yeah, but I was just like, no, because for me, I just thought, you know what it is? It's like, because
But that's just
I
Kedge.
don't hate.
That's-
I hate to say this, but you know, like the Desi way of doing things, we like to cut corners, right? And we've been to these concerts before where
It's called efficiency.
We have.
yeah, well,
we
we've been to these concerts before where you know what they do. The band, they just play that one beat, and then the singers just sing the same whatever song over the same beat. So Rahat Fateh Khan now.
Let's see how many of their songs fit over that beat. Let's
All
go.
of them.
Dude, give me the
Ready?
Okay. Bolle Junior, Bolle Kangana. Yeah, that goes. What's the other one they do, right?
Dipper, go on, dude.
Ek ladki ko dekha
No,
to
it wasn't. It wasn't. No, stop that. Because it wasn't. It wasn't like that.
Because Rahat Fateh Ali Khan did the same thing as well. Like,
Yeah, but I think
towards
Rahat's a
his
bit
last
different.
5
Do the
concerts.
is that what it is?
Yeah.
Why does it sound-
Teri meri teri meri. Yeah,
Why
exactly.
does that-
Goes- Bro,
Why does it sound like
it's a
a horse
universal beat.
galloping? Why is there a horse galloping?
It just sounds like a dinner and dance kind of backing sort of group.
no.
So that's what I was expecting.
He
I thought,
was like, this is going to be terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know why we're going. We should have gone to the concert of Next and Donnell
But
Jones and whoever
I like
else
that.
was
I
on
tell you
in town
why.
that day.
Because Kedge has been burned, right? So you've
yeah,
seen
of
so
course
many
I have.
concerts.
And no, I think
and
that
you've gone, they haven't
the
got it
Asian
right.
public has
No,
been
but
burned.
no. But then the thing is, I didn't feel like that at all because obviously recently Kumar Sanu has been popping up on all of these TV shows like
Oh,
these
okay, yeah.
Indian ones.
Yeah,
and you always
but
see
that's
you always see
different as well.
snippets of him, and you're like, that guy can still sing.
Yeah.
At his
We
age.
know he can sing.
Yeah, no, we know
Rahat
he can sing.
but it's the music, the beauty of.
So
Bollywood
you were saying
that I
the
thought
musicians were better than the singers.
they're very good.
Is that because you made mates with
the
them?
band. Yeah. Well, explain. Okay. Well, hold on. What order are we doing this in? So, firstly, journey there, negative. We'll come back to.
He was
okay.
negative. He was negative.
Well, I was negative when we got there.
Yeah. So negative when you got there.
Yeah.
You're not having a great day.
Got there.
But actually, just to fast forward on the concert bits, we don't have to review this anymore.
No.
It was a great concert.
It was a great concert.
I'm so glad you were there because. When I was there on Thursday and Friday, I just wanted you two there.
Right.
Yeah.
Like my wife came to the Leeds one actually with me. And even then she's not megally into the music, but she knows those songs.
Of course.
Yeah.
Even if you're not into Bollywood,
you know
her because you know
them
all
songs.
the big hits from them, right?
Iconic tunes.
So she was like, well, and even she was like, wow, like they look
good.
old. Like
Yeah,
they look,
good.
and I even said, they look like they belong on a cruise ship around Mumbai. Like a cool little cruise ship.
By the way, can I just say, that's the idea.
What is?
If we've got rich Asian businessmen, you want to do a cruise with these three on it.
Yeah, man, that'd be amazing. And that casino
Like
shows,
Dodge stores or
yeah,
whoever,
yeah.
whack this on a cruise, mate. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Golgappas all day, by the pool.
Yeah.
Kumar Sanu comes and just serenades you. It's banging. It's
It would be
banging.
great.
Why
So-
don't Asian cruises? Why doesn't that exist?
I so wanted you there because I know my love for music is heightened when I'm around you two.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like Satch on a musical level, he'll go, nah, the production on this is like this, and he'll point out things
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought of. You'll just go, oh, it's a beauty. And you
Banger.
just love it. You just
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
And it's in that scenario, like a football match, like anything, you want to be around the people that are going to heighten it for you.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad you were there on Sunday. But anyway, you weren't having a great time then. But when you got there, we were all back.
He was having a lovely time because you weren't around at that time, Tom. I don't know, you were off for some briefing or something. Me and Kedge were just standing at the side of the stage.
Backstage, yeah.
All of a sudden, guy comes over to him and goes, come, follow me.
It's important
And he
to point
followed
out-
him.
Okay, I'm going to just spoil it here. This is someone from the band,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
This is one of the, because I know because all the band guys, there's
a
about
band.
15, 20 of them.
I didn't know who he was.
And they all wear black.
No one. He was wearing a bow tie, so he
Yeah.
looked
Yeah.
pretty important. I was like,
Right.
he's got to be part of the concert somehow. I didn't know what he was.
I
So-
thought
And
maybe.
he tried to chat to both of us, and I did
Sat,
my same
Sat
thing.
just ignores Sat ignores.
No, but
it.
it wasn't-
So Satch will look at someone and go, I don't know you. That's it.
No, but it
Whereas
wasn't-
we
it
look at
wasn't
someone and
that.
goes, I might know you. Or you look at
No,
you know
I
what
just
mean?
said I know you.
No, it wasn't even that. It was just, he was talking to the both of us, but I knew Kedge was looking at him, so I just left him.
Right, yeah,
there
so
was
you
no
thought
need
result.
for me to acknowledge
Yeah.
it.
It's like when an uncle comes over, and if you're there with your sister, and the uncle starts talking to your sister, you're like, result. I don't. have to
Yeah,
talk.
I'm
I can
leaving.
duck out.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
That's
you
it.
don't,
So
you don't do the small talk.
basically, he spoke to his sister.
But just to
And-
point out, we're at this. This is backstage, but the side of the
Side,
stage,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So you're in your own little section. There's not where
There's
the public
no one
are.
there.
But in the venue, it's Wembley Arena, right? It holds 11,000 people. By the way, completely sold out that night.
Yeah.
11,000 people sold out. So there must be about 150 staff kicking
Yeah.
around,
Yeah.
security kicking around, organisers kicking around, people like me, like I said, other people.
Yeah.
But this kaka, as you would call it, from the band,
Yeah.
walked over directly to Kedge.
Yeah.
He singled out Kedge.
He
out of
found
all
the
people that were Kedge,
bakra.
right?
He found
and
Kedge.
said, "Come with me."
Come
Why
with
did he
me.
say, "Come with me"?
He goes, come with me. I need you on stage. And I just turned around and
Before
was
the show was starting.
Hang on, did
No
I,
one- no one's
did
in the
I
venue
hear
yet.
that correctly? Like, what's he doing? So immediately, me
Seth
being,
goes, what? You going
me
on stage? I
Me
went,
being
yeah.
me, took my phone out and started filming. Obviously,
I went on
What's
stage
he
with him.
doing? So Kedge just randomly, even before you've got on stage, the host,
Yeah.
he was
Before
on there.
Kumar was on stage.
Before anyone, there was no one even in the arena. Really, it was a
Right.
bit empty.
Yeah, and people, the doors hadn't officially
Doors
opened.
hadn't opened, yeah.
So basically, this guy wanted a selfie and realised that guy there, that skinny tall one. Yeah, that one. He looks like he can hold a camera.
Yeah.
He looks like he can hold a phone.
He looks like he might
But it
work
just
in
goes
social
for-
media.
The hilarious thing for me was I then eventually do come out from wherever I was and
we-
walked to the say, I see Satch, and I went, where is? And as I look around, where? and I looked at Satch. And he looked at me, and Satch is just giggling. And I went,
Satch is dying.
And I'm seeing Kedge doing a full photo shoot, lying on the floor, taking pictures of this
He
guy.
told me to go and stand on the stage and everything. He goes, get full photo.
Yeah, this
Sideways,
guy's
straightays.
that guy is undoing his top button. Kedge is doing a little picture like that.
honestly.
Then holding his instrument. Then he's holding Kedge's instrument. I don't know. There was a lot of instrument holding going on.
Someone dropped their instrument
Yeah,
as well. He
yeah.
nearly dropped his
And
instrument.
then,
I heard it.
and then, as we finished the photo shoot, yeah, he goes, "Oh, it's a bit dark, yeah," because obviously the lights,
Talking
the
about
house
your
lights,
skin.
no, the house lights went on, and then the house lights came on. I said, "Come on, let's go again." I was encouraging him.
Right, yeah, come on.
Satch is wetting himself.
He done
at
a
this
full
point.
photo
And then he
shoot.
goes, "No, I can do filter. So then I showed him how to do the filters and everything like that. And then I started
got a new
busting a bit of
client. Right, he basically
I
got a
started
new
busting a
client.
bit of Hindi with him. So then we started getting pally.
Okay, yeah.
He thought he's not the typical UK kid. He can bust a bit of Hindi. So we got a bit of paddy, and Tommy's like, "Kid, can you get down, please?"
I tell you what it was, because now I'm realizing. I
Yeah.
just remembered how the end of that happened. So then at the same time, I've got. Oh God! It's like
Tommy was quite angry, and I thought, is he getting angry at me being on the stage? But he was quite stressed, and I didn't know what was going on there.
Right.
So Tommy, can you just get down and forget this Lulu?
I went, Satch, get Kedge. And then we look at it, and Kedge gestures like, I can't right now. I'm with this guy.
Get off stage.
And I went, I need you. Get here, right?
Yeah.
Because my mum and dad had just pulled up in an Uber outside the venue. Now,
if you hadn't pulled me down, I would have probably ended up hosting the event.
I thought we might have been playing someone's instrument that night, mate.
I tell you what,
stage.
he would have got you to blow his sax while he just did the fingers.
Fully.
On the sax.
Fully.
Not on you.
Yeah.
So my parents had pulled up, and I was like, oh crap, like the tickets I've got on my phone for them, right? And it's on an app. Now, my dad, I can't say, oh, can you go get the AXS app, the Access app,
and
download it, and then I can transfer the tickets to you on that, and then you show. So I went, meet them at the doors and get them in, and then, but why did we need both of you? Because no, I said to both of you to go.
Like, let's both go.
I said, look, my mum just had a knee operation. They're going to need help. And they need guidance, all that. I went, take my phone. So then you can phone them and call them and all that. But they're right outside. The show's going to start. They're going to be long.
I think we were gone for about 2 hours.
You were gone for ages. And obviously, I got no phone.
Yeah.
You got no phone.
And then your phone rang.
Well, you had it.
Yeah. Well, no, Kedge had it.
I had to,
and
obviously,
your
answer
missus
it.
rang.
Yeah, and it was my missus.
Yeah.
Because I used the Leica presenter, Leica Radio were sponsoring it, their presenter's phone. Oh, can I just call my wife? Because I don't know your number off by heart.
No.
Or Satch's.
Yeah.
And so I thought, let me ring my phone from her phone. So I used her phone, rung my wife and said, can you ring Kedge?
Yeah.
And
find out what's going on.
And then
We
she
were
rang
still
me
waiting.
back on that phone and said, they're fine. It's just taken forever to get your parents in.
Yeah.
So I've got to do a full-on thank you.
Yeah.
Because you went out, you were I think you were gone for an hour.
Yeah, it was.
It was probably about an hour.
Did it take that long to get my
It was.
parents?
Oh,
Or what was it? Was it my
The
parents?
thing is,
No.
So basically, we were backstage, me and Kedge. We had these wristbands. We could go anywhere, basically, in the stadium. But the only thing we couldn't do was go out the front door and come back in. We weren't allowed.
No one was allowed to do
We
that.
weren't allowed to do that.
Yeah.
We could have gone out the back door and come back in, but we couldn't go out the front.
Right.
And your parents were at the front. We could see them through a window.
We could see them through the window, but as always, when it comes to Asian events, I don't know what it is. We just can't queue up. We can't, and so this was like the disabled entrance, wasn't it? Or for disabled people with wheelchair entry and all of that.
Yeah.
But every Tom, Dick, and Harry was lined up there, and I'm like, but what is this? And you know what? Me and Satch, we were observing a lot of these people coming through, and I don't know what it is, because we've all been to the airport. We've all queued up. We've all been through that walking through the security thing, one at a time. Wait for the man.
You can't go in with 4 people through that security.
You can't
do that.
and also you got to wait for your turn. So you get called to come through because you've got to wait for the machine to.
Yeah, that's
but I don't know what happens in moments like this. Every uncle and auntie just walk bindas and pushing and
At one point there was a scrum. It was like they were pushing.
A scrum and then
stopped it.
and then the people trying to blag their way in and they're trying to but you know, so and so's in there and you haven't. But he goes, if you haven't got a ticket, I can't let you in. Yeah. And then, you know, and poor, like your mum and dad, like your mum obviously struggling to walk and everything. How can they queue up in this sort of nonsensical queue? You know what I mean? Craziness. And it's just like, and it was taking forever. And there was a security guard. I said, look, excuse me. I said, I've got a disabled auntie and an uncle, and they need to come in. Is it all right if I just bring them to the front? He went, my own family who are disabled are in this queue. They can't get in.
Right.
Yeah.
And we
so
just had to wait.
We couldn't do anything.
And you know what? Me and Satch thought, when you got these events, and when you've got these events at Wembley, wherever they are, you need Asian people to manage the
Asian
queue.
people,
and also, you know, like
with
just
a stick?
but just letting them in, and but just because there was this tall white fella who was blessedly
Like
patting
lockdown
everyone
in India.
down,
Yeah.
but you know, like he doesn't understand what it's like to talk to an auntie or an uncle or someone older.
Kedge wanted a job there, basically. That's
but no, but I said to him, I said,
you went from photographer to security.
and I said
he
to him,
just wanted to pat everyone down.
no, but I said to him, I said,
Auntie,
mate,
come
I said,
over
you've
here.
got a lot of patience because, you know, like, again, like, you know, all these aunties come through. I'm like, come on, why are you carrying your phone with you? You know, you can put a phone on the side.
It's so
and it was
bad.
just
It was so
long, and
bad.
it's just like, you know, that needs to be sorted out.
And I've got to say, this app thing
the app is,
shouldn't be allowed
That's got a
for
point.
those concerts. It shouldn't be allowed.
Sad said there should be no app-based things for Asian events.
Yeah.
No, we can't say that.
No,
It's
rubbish. It's a fact.
Because
It's
just
slowed
people
everything
couldn't
down.
bring it up on their phone, and
Yeah.
it just doesn't work, and they didn't know where to go to get it.
Agree.
It's
That's
actually-
what was taking ages.
Honestly, that was what was taking ages.
Okay.
You
But
just
let me-
everyone's got a printer at home. Just print it out and bring it on a piece of paper.
Then
But
I'm
you
torn
can't.
here.
You can't.
Okay, I'm torn. Yeah,
But that's the venue. You know that. That's anything you go
But
to
I
in
know
Wembley.
we're
Anything in
modern,
Wembley
it's
is
modern.
right. But actually, I use the app, and you know me, I don't like.
Yeah.
Stuff like
It's
that.
easy. It's very easy.
actually very
It
easy.
is easy.
And not only that, Indians are leading the way with technology. We should be
And
following
then,
this.
and then the auntie comes and we heard this. Oh, I've come with a screenshot. Well, that's not going to work, is it?
Yeah,
auntie?
he goes, oh, screenshot. And then I'm just like, oh,
Because
God, that's
it
not
makes a new code for you every certain amount, doesn't it? You can't just
Okay, I
take a
didn't even see
screen.
that. Because I just saw it was.
So it was an absolute, yeah.
But thank you, because it's a big. It was like a second to my kind of. Yeah, probably a second to my kids and wife and kids.
Yeah.
Is mum and dad, or they're all in that same inner circle of mine. So I was like, oh crap, they're outside.
Yeah.
They won't know what to do. I can't send them the tickets.
Yeah.
They've now, because of all the traffic, because of the NFL match was on at Wembley Stadium, 90,000 people were there.
bare people.
Yeah.
So they were all leaving at the time when the concert's starting. It was just, Wembley was just chock-a-block.
But it was roadblock inside, and once the concert started, it was brilliant.
Gold.
Absolutely brilliant.
I've never seen Kedge sing so much in my life.
I was embarrassed because I'm singing on all the bloody videos, and I couldn't even post them because you can hear me singing absolutely out of tune. And but I was just enjoying myself, and it was a brilliant, brilliant concert.
And it was nice because you guys have come out with me when I'm DJing at places.
Yep.
We've now been with Tommy.
Yeah.
To his work.
Oh, yeah.
To see, what he does and what happens backstage, looking at his rider and stuff, all the food that they had in the.
Biscuits.
Oh yeah, he had a good rider.
He had a good rider.
Fruit. Yeah.
I don't think he asked for you.
No, I didn't ask it. They were just giving you.
Yeah, I wanted to go back and have some crisp, but I never got to.
I would never normally do this. I just want to say, the guys who organised this concert were Grace Entertainments, right? I don't know much about it. We worked together years ago.
Hats off to them for sorting this out, though.
Right, yeah.
It was
It was a good concert.
And
it
they
was very
sold
good.
out the 3 venues.
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
And I'm like, you know what? Like exactly what you say. Well done for it being a proper concert.
And you know what? It just proves that the 90s was the golden
It was.
era. And there was that bit right at the beginning. I don't know if you remember. Kumar Sanu was on stage, and I don't know if you heard it. But he apologized on behalf of Bollywood, and he said, I'm sorry that Bollywood is just rubbish at the moment.
Yeah.
But
then he
yeah,
made the face like he'd eaten the when you eat the cardamom pod.
Yeah.
Right? So you go,
That's the face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he goes, but look at all of you. 20 years on from when these songs released, and yet everyone was singing every word. And when he did the song Naga Jare Kedar, and he was singing it, and he was getting all the like the left side, the right side, and it's all singing, and I was singing as loud as possible, and it was brilliant.
It wasn't that song, by the way. It was Jab Koi Baat.
Jab Koi Baat, that's it. And he just the way he did it, and it just sounds brilliant. It was epic.
good.
And you know what? Musicians make good music again. Make it from the deal. And you know what? We got so much talent, but let's make the good music.
Let's make the good music.
Inside
Just
me
the good stuff.
was ignited by the fact that they sung
Oh, that was...
He turned it into rave.
My God. When that dropped, that was up there with Sukhbir's Oh Ho Ho. You know what it does?
Yeah.
Like we said, whoa! You suddenly get that surge of
and even when they did that, Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, Ladki Badi Anjani, bangers.
I mean, back to the people being NFG, you weren't really allowed to dance. Everyone in the place was dancing in the.
Well, that's because Alka said she goes, I want everyone to just enjoy yourself, go for it, and it gives me the energy.
And
everyone was screwing
at the side
at
of the stage.
Yeah.
Everyone was on the side.
Yeah, because security looked at me and they shook their heads like, no, you're not allowed to dance in Wembley. You can get up in your seat and have a little bop there, but people are going into the aisles and then coming to the front, and then they were blocking people's view. That's why Alka Sang was giving it ledger, and I went, security is all like beja. So
that's it.
Come and sit down.
So Satch was saying that we've been to Satch's workplace, we've been to your workplace.
Yeah.
Haven't been to my workplace.
Well, we've seen you take photos. So was that photography? We've seen you.
What job that can we come to?
The job that you can be a part of and witness is what I've been doing this week, actually.
Right.
And that is because I am the guy. I don't. What's the technical word for this person? But basically, I'm like that middleman who's connecting India to the people in UK. I'm doing that because people in India call me a lot to go. Can you promote this song?
Diplomat.
Can you promote my song?
Lalu.
Oh yeah.
Lalu from London.
Photo wala.
Yeah, just general. All-rounder.
Yeah.
All-round Lalu.
Yeah.
Right? So, but basically...
Around Lalu.
This week is hilarious.
Here we go.
Yeah,
Who's trying to get in touch with you?
So this week, guess who phoned me?
Oh, someone. Okay. You're connecting India.
So hold on. We still got to address that.
No, we'll come back. We'll come back to that.
Okay,
fine.
The Bollywood wedding is. We'll address that. Yeah. But guess who phoned me?
You went to a Bollywood wedding?
No, I didn't go to Bollywood because I was supposed to go to India one night, but I didn't go.
Oh, you were invited to a Bollywood wedding?
I was invited,
but we don't know who it is.
No,
because you told us last week.
No, we'll get back to that. Go back.
But who phoned me this week?
Who phoned
Your
you?
friend and mine, Shalmali Kholgade.
Oh, we haven't heard from her in ages. She's a singer.
In ages, the singer.
She's an awesome singer.
Yeah.
Awesome singer. Brilliant on Desi Oki. If you haven't seen that one, that was brilliant.
She was one of the first Desiokis, from what I remember.
no,
One of the first.
No, I don't think
She was very. Well,
She was early. She was early.
Early.
Top first 3, maybe 4.
I'd say about 5 or 6.
Oh,
5
really?
or 6. Yeah. I think we had a few
We had a
before.
few, yeah.
We had a few before that.
Okay,
But she was good.
Yeah,
She was good.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, she was good because even though the songs were out of her range, like she just gave it a go.
Yeah,
we know
I think
she can sing.
I think she
Shalmali.
did a Kahona Pyare, if I remember.
Yeah, but she goes, Kahona Pyare.
Yeah,
she
that's
did it
it.
like that, like like she's done
Yeah.
because like it's too high for her.
That's
But it's
the
great.
one.
Yeah, she's good
So-
fun. Good fun.
So randomly she rings me. And it's just hilarious
Shalmali Kholgade.
because I love how they've got my number. They don't want to talk to me for months on end. And then all of a sudden, she's got a new album
Okay.
Right.
in English.
Oh,
Can you play it on Virgin Radio?
is that what she's ringing to say?
Yeah.
Well, of course it can't.
And I'm just like,
That's exactly how the radio industry works.
I know.
Just ring your brown person in there.
Can you get it? Can you get it? Can you send it to Capital? Can you send it to Keith?
Imagine Chris Evans. That was Elton John with Candle in the Wind. But now it's Shalamali Colgate. Colgate. Brush your teeth for this one, folks. Good morning. Welcome to Virgin Breakfast. There you go. To the Colgate.
So it's
Is that what she asked for?
yeah.
That's.
But you know what? We love her. She's a brilliant. But what the thing is, they don't.
She's a
understand.
chancer, mate.
No. But the thing is, because we've always been so helpful. Do you know what I mean? As a crew, we've always facilitated all of their requests and everything like that. So bless her, she just wanted a bit of help, and she goes, "Can you help me?" And I just literally said, "Look, in a nutshell, we've got one Asian presenter on all the mainstream white radio stations. Can you see how difficult this job is? Right, it's not going to happen." Yeah. And bless her. Who?
Who's the one Asian presenter across all of the Virgin stations?
We got Yasser on Capital Extra.
Oh,
haven't we?
okay. Yeah. Okay.
So
you beyond Virgin
Mainstream,
then.
Oh yeah.
Capital Extra Gold. Oh no,
Capital
Extra.
Capital Extra. Yeah. But and I said, that's it. So, it's very difficult. It's still a glass ceiling and all of that kind of thing. So I had to explain all of that to her. But I said, you can come on the podcast. She goes, I'd love to come on the podcast.
Oh.
So when we got a bit of space, we can fit her on. But you know what? Her tunes are good.
Yeah.
It's a good album. It's well produced.
Why is your voice going high pitched?
No, I'm being serious because you guys are not believing me.
Yeah.
It is a good one. It is a good one.
Could she like Wembley Arena worthy?
I'm not sure about this. Can we have a team meeting?
Yeah.
We will have a team meeting. We don't have to commit to it, guys. Don't worry. I'm not.
No,
gonna
you
say-
just thrown it on us now in the
Yeah,
middle
exactly.
of the podcast. That's
But-
out of order.
Well, no, I just said you can come on the podcast.
Oh,
we
should
haven't had a
asked us
guest on in
first.
ages because we realised we just want to have a chat. And
It's not even that.
And
No, I
when you
think-
got guests up, you got to be nice to them.
It's not even that. No.
Silly.
What with guests is it's hard when it's over Skype, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is a little
difficult.
bit
Yeah,
hard. It is.
difficult.
Yeah. She said she'll come to London.
Yeah.
Oh, when she comes to London, then yeah, cool.
Well, no, that's if I can get onto a radio station.
Oh, she wants you to pay for her ticket to come to London. Okay, cool.
No, if I can get her to go on a radio station, she'll come.
Okay.
But I don't know which radio
So
station.
she wants to get on the
I
main
can't.
direct-
Yeah, I can't
then
see
while she's
Heart
here-
interviewing her.
Heart,
No.
Can't see Capital Radio interviewing her.
No.
It's just a bit tricky, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
a little
it
bit.
is.
So I
It
had
is a
that.
bit
Then I had
tricky.
another PR person from India as well. I don't know who she is.
What's the name of your PR company?
But I don't know why all these people have got all my
Prasad
number.
PR.
Yeah, Prasad PR.
Prasad PR.
I don't know why they've got my number. They ring me and they go, "Can you get me? Can you get
PR
PR?"
the PR schedule. You can imagine the advert on Colours and Z. Like PR, do your PR and do your PR with PR. हमारे साथ schedule. PR for you. You can you see him coming up?
I can see it.
Oh, come on.
What can you say?
PR agency.
PR agency.
It
So,
was so good.
So she's contacted me. What's up? And I mean, honestly, it's just,
Hello, everybody.
"Hi, Kejal, how are you?" I'm like, "I don't know who you are. A long time. What's happening?" And I was like, "Yeah, so you work for the BBC?" "No, not anymore. But can you just get me an interview for Bilal Saeed?"
Yeah.
Oh,
Where am I supposed to stick Bilal Saeed now?
on Virgin Radio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, Chris, here you go, mate. Have a bit of Bilal and have a bit of Shalmali.
Just Bilal. Bilal?
Isn't that what you have with dal and Bilal rice?
Oh, God.
So this is my job. This is what I do during the week. If anyone's ever wondering what Kedge does, this is what I do.
What people?
Calls from India.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Well, you
Why do all these people have my number?
Yeah, well, because I think you've gathered it over the years. Let's not forget, we should remind people, you've been in the business, even though you look very young, you've been in the business since you were how old? When did you start on Sunrise? When was that?
But it was 20.
Britain or Buzz Asia?
Club Asia, 21.
So 20 years ago.
Big.
Oh my God, I
20
haven't even calculated.
You're the same age as Asian Network.
Big.
20 years old.
Yeah.
20 years.
Actually, I remember seeing the advert in the
So
cinema.
when you started, Asian Network started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And now that Asian Network's ended, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yo. But what I was saying is, you know what, guys? I think we should open up a PR agency because I don't think there's a PR agency. No, but honestly, I think we can connect a lot of dots. I
don't want this happening.
Why
I
does
don't want to do it.
Bruv, you just
There
said,
is no Asian PR company who does this.
Does what? Runs around after people who don't deserve running around
Guys,
after.
I think the Brownload can have an extension to the brand.
We don't need
We
it.
can have an arm. We can have a third leg to the company.
I know people in PR. I know people in PR.
It's not called that. That third leg is
something else. Yeah.
Oh, a second leg.
No,
No, it's
Just
not even that.
the one
You
leg.
already have 2 legs.
An arm.
no, I don't know.
A branch.
Something else.
Branch is the word.
Extension.
Okay.
But I know people that work in PR and they don't even like the stuff that they sell. So why would you?
What do you mean?
They don't want to do it.
Yeah, you got to get behind everything. Everything's amazing.
Yeah.
And that's
but
not
they'll
you.
pay us.
But it's not. No, but that's not the point. Is
Okay.
everything amazing?
How real can I go on this real talk here now?
Go real.
Okay, you had a job with Sony to do just this, and you got pissed off because you couldn't. You're like, people are rubbish. No, there's no talent in this country. Kedge's job for Sony Music India was to find talent in the UK. He did it for 6 months and quit and said, can't find any. Who does that?
Yeah, no, but it's
And
true.
now he's here going,
hey,
let's
that.
get behind all these
I don't
albums.
even know why he
I
even
can't talk.
He quit.
If he asked me before he took the job, I'd have said to him, "Don't do it because there's no one available."
Yeah.
there's no one there.
But I
You're
thought-
trying to.
They
Who are
wanted
you
the
trying to
next-
find?
They wanted the next
We know
Raw.
everyone.
They wanted the next
I
big
really
one.
wanted to try for
But
UK.
there is no point in trying because there's no one there.
Yeah.
I really wanted to try and take somebody to India.
Then there was a friend of mine who approached us, a business guy, and he said, look, I want to set up an agency and this management thing and this talent pool and all that. And
talent.
and he had the money for it and all the
Yeah.
website. He's got the infrastructure. And he goes, but I'd want you boys on board. I went, look, meet my boys and meet Kedge and Satch. We sat on a meeting. He rang me after the meeting. Goes, wow, what's Kedge's problem? Right? I went, why? He went, he is negative. I went, yeah, that's why we call him Kedgetive. Right? So that's where the term. And I went, but you understand? He's just pointing out what's going on in the scene.
You can't.
I said, that's the reality.
Yeah, if
And guess
something's
what?
wrong,
He didn't do his business idea because of you. You put
I
him off
saved
it.
him a lot of money.
You probably
exactly.
did.
No,
Probably
you,
did.
you have to pull it apart.
Yeah.
Obviously, the idea.
I
isn't
think
it?
we
It's like
are
chicken.
the expert. Yeah, we are the expert pull aparters.
I mean, if you do want to pay me to put an email out to my people,
Yeah.
I'd give it a proper review though.
Yeah.
And if it's rubbish, I'll send it and be like, "Here's the new album from
Yeah.
so and so. It's a bit
Exactly.
shit."
You've got to.
or great.
Yeah,
Or whatever.
and the learnings from this is, and it's a brilliant thing, and it's that you've got to learn to say no to protect your yes, and that's the important thing here, because if we had said yes to all these lullubalus to come on to Tommy's show, do you know what I mean?
On the
It'd have
radio days.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I did, didn't I? I
Yeah.
said no, and right, the first person, we're not going to mention that artist.
That's why everyone
But I
hated
said
you.
no. Yeah, well, yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Because I said no. This is not what Tommy's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kedge was my first line of defense. So that's why no one liked him.
Yeah.
Whereas everyone loved me and Satch.
Well, I took it for you. I
Yeah,
took it for you.
He took it for literally.
took
Took
one
it
for the team.
Took it for the team. And also, can I just say, I've had I get now and then I get approached, and I've just remembered actually I got a message from Ayushman Khurrana's brother, Upper
Right.
Shakti, who said, I'm in London
What's his
for the
name?
next four, Upper Shakti.
Right.
Yeah, like uppercut.
Yeah, sounds like a move
Upper
on
Shakti,
Street Fighter.
Hadouken!
Yeah.
And,
Upper Shakti!
he's actually a really lovely guy.
Right.
And he goes, bye, I'm in London for the next 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
That was at the start of last
Well,
week.
this
So
sounds
just
like,
remember that.
This sounds like
I'm terrible.
Simanti Part 2.
And
Simanti.
I also got him, and he's lovely. I will
I
reach
can't
out to
look
him.
at Simanti anymore.
Oh god! And also, Priti Zinta's manager has been in touch saying,
You
Brit-
are quite tight with Priti Zinta's manager.
We've known her for weird connection through other mutual friends as well. But anyway,
This
so
is the
she-
rock and roll lifestyles that your Brownloaders live.
Oh, you don't know.
Week
know
to
everyone.
week. These are the phone calls we're dealing with.
Yeah, so there I was changing Amitabh Bachchan's bedpan, and we're close, we're really close.
Yeah.
But Priti Zinta's manager was
What's
saying,
she want?
was basically saying, hey, Priti's doing lots of stuff,
Right.
business stuff, and actually I found out like how it works with IPL. Tell you what, there's a lot of money in IPL because she
course there
co-owns
is.
that team.
Yes.
so she's doing
She's
fine.
killing it.
She's doing fine,
She's
and
doing
she ain't
well,
got to lift a bat
Right.
or bowl a ball.
Yeah. But
anyway,
what is it
but-
they want you to do?
No, they said if there's anything in London, anything in the UK,
But
let us
what?
know. Just what you
But
want
I
to do,
love
Tommy?
how they just say that. If there's anything, like what?
But I mean, we love
my
your
son's got
content.
a summer fate. Do you want to come to that and open
Yeah,
that?
yeah. What's there to
Basically,
do?
Yeah, but then they'll go, and by the way, the figure is this. That's how much she wants. They're like, we haven't
40
quite got in the
40
budget.
bags.
Because the thing
We
is,
can do a raffle on the night.
The thing is,
40 bags cash.
I think the problem is not the problem, but I think the people in India think that people are just willing to just throw money at them. And it's not like that anymore.
Yeah. No,
it's not like that.
No one's got any money.
No one cares.
Yeah, exactly. Times are harder than ever. They got, and actually,
look at you with all your A-list, Z-list
connections.
Yeah, you got any phone calls from anyone, Satch?
No one rings me, man. It's cool. No one's got my number. It's cool. To be fair, whenever someone asks me for stuff like that, I'll give Kedge's number anyway. So.
But this is why they've all got my number.
Yeah.
All these random from India.
Don't ring me.
Kedge, how are you? I'm like, I don't know who you are.
Yeah, it's true. I've realised because since we've stopped putting guests on this podcast, I haven't got no one to deflect to. So I've got to go, yeah, I'll get back to you. And then never
Speaking of all these people, though, I wouldn't mind seeing them go into the I'm a Celebrity jungle.
Oh, my word.
That started. It's back on the telly.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you guys go first. So did you? I didn't watch the opening episode. But I watched last night.
I watched it.
I watched episode 2.
Yeah,
I watched episode 1.
I think it's a good one. I think they've got a good lineup of celebs.
Oh,
I think I'm looking forward to it because obviously everyone knows that the old Hancock's going in soon.
Yeah.
Hancock,
Today.
Boy George's going to rip him another
Tuesday.
one. That Charlene White's going to bear a rip into him. I think Tyndall is going to rip
do you
into
reckon
him as
he's
well.
just going to leave then?
I honestly, I think this is this will be the equivalent of a public, like stoning that they used to do back in the day when they used to put them in the gallows and then the public can just go and stone you. I think Hancock's people have not advised him correctly. And they think, you know what? Go in there, do some trials, and the people will start falling in love with you because you're gonna last.
Fall in love.
But honestly, I think he's gonna be in for a public execution.
And he's getting 400 bags.
Well, yes.
Thereabouts.
400
For what though? For screwing up the country.
To go onto the show.
That's a whole other thing. So okay.
But shall I tell you what I think?
Quick thing on Hancock.
Okay, go on.
You're right, but he's got such a bad rep at the moment. He's so disliked at the moment, right? And he's
but if you're his PR people, I don't think would be advising him to do this.
Yes, you would, because you'd go, you got nothing to lose. This is a primetime show, and it's a chance to come back because people can see him now day in, day out, not talking about health
being
stuff,
normal brother.
Just talking about, and then you know what happened? He'll open up, we'll find out.
This is what I'm saying. But it won't be because he has gone so far past.
We don't know. No,
the public.
I don't. Anyway. We should see how that unfolds because by the time this podcast comes out, he might be out.
Yeah,
we don't know.
Yeah.
So let's see how that goes. But for me, I was looking at it and I was just like, where's the celebrities in this thing?
No, you got
Boy George.
Boy George.
I think it's okay. It's a better lineup than Strictly celebs.
Yeah, but
there's more celebs in this than in Strictly.
Yeah, no, I agree with you because the Strictly lineup is a bit
Chris
rubbish
Moyle,
as well.
Radio legend.
Chris Moyles, okay,
Boy George,
I'll give you that.
Charlene White is big. Mike Dindora, big.
Rugby player.
Yeah.
Married to the royal family.
Yeah, okay, fine. And what's the other? The
Babatunde, the comedian from Gogglebox.
Babatunde, not really. For me, I don't really think he's a celeb.
He's a sideman.
Yeah, there's a sideman thing. And then there's that guy from Hollyoaks, don't have a clue. There was that lady from Love Island, don't have a clue.
That's what I mean, we don't have a clue.
But she's taken home 120
who's
bag.
the really good-looking guy who's not very
clever?
From
Hollyoaks.
Yeah. He is ridiculously good.
He looks good, yeah.
And his biceps are amazing. They look drawn up. But, jeez, there's nothing upstairs.
Nothing there.
Well, but mind you, actually, having said that, how is he supposed to know who? Because he didn't know who Boy George was. Right, and any of them were.
He's 20,
and he didn't know who Chris Moyles was. Chris Moyles started lying to him.
Chris Moyles. You would, I guess, you would. All right, a 20-year-old wouldn't know, but I don't know. Would 20-year-old Desi know who Boy George is?
No.
I don't know.
No, I'm saying. So he doesn't. He's not supposed to know. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But okay. So what did you made of the show?
Yeah. Now, do you know what? Like, I'm not. I don't think anyone
not convinced yet.
Yeah, no one in that lineup apart from Chris Moyles, who I'm only like because of the radio connection.
Yeah.
And it's quite interesting watching him, and I'm like, he seems like a nice guy. I'm not connected to any of them.
Okay.
Someone asked me yesterday, who do you want to win? I was like, I don't really care, I don't think.
Okay.
I don't care.
No, I'm not invested in it like that either.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good watch. I think it's a good watch.
It's 2 episodes I've seen them both.
It's on right now as we're recording this podcast on a Tuesday night. So what I want to say is, for the first time ever, I thought it was dreadful.
Oh.
Right. Actually, I was annoyed. Friday.
Annoyed?
And I don't know if I'm getting old, if I'm too long.
I think you're getting old.
I think I've been in the game too long. That's what it is as well. I've been in this business now. I've been in this business now for over 20 years.
Go on.
So
give us your verdict.
Number one. Okay, where to start? Number one.
Because he's done a whole analysis on
it. I can break it down in many ways.
Here we go, Richard Keys. Go on.
So I've got issues with Ant and Dec, Chris Moyles.
I love Ant and Dec. They make me laugh so much. You know when they're going, oh look, he's getting a little bit calmer now, calmer, and they play the tune. I love all that little bit of. I love that.
I actually thought that was so basic.
Yeah, but it's the basic.
No, but
I like how they do basic.
No, but see, that's it. I actually thought...
And everyone's
'cause
laughing in the background.
Yeah, right. It was over the top. So the laughing in the background from the crew was over the top. Like they almost taking the mick out of it.
Yes.
Right? And the thing is, it made me paranoid. Because I remember in our Desiokis, I can hear you and Satch and that in the background. And I think, are they laughing at me like they're laughing at me? Idiot.
No.
It was like that.
You were funny.
I know. I'm glad I am. But I'm saying they're not.
Looking.
No, I tell you what it is. All throughout the years, I've looked up to Ant and Dec as like, man, I'd love to do those shows. Those are the primetime shows. Those are the ones. And actually, their chemistry is A1.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Right? They're good. They're good.
So I'm tuned in, ready to go. Go on in, boys. Let me see
They're
the
good.
gold. Let me see the best of the best. And there was a couple of things that was a bit sticky. That when they did the helicoptery jokes about helicopters, there's lots of helicopters here. A lot of it, I was like, what was that?
No, but I think
what was that?
I think that's
what was that?
I think that is the
I'm telling
Ant
you,
and Dec.
they've got different writers, and then the
Yeah.
writers aren't as
No,
good.
no, I
I'm
think
telling
that's
you.
just the Ant and Dec comedy, like where you know it's rehearsed, it's you know it's
Well,
written
they
and
always-
it's planned,
in their
and they're
links,
trying to
they always do this.
shove it in.
Right. So they do this. They start with it and they go, wow, a lot of helicopters on the beach. Anyway, so we're going to go down to the camp and we're going to go down and visit them. Oh, where's our helicopter? And then they'll go back to the joke, right?
yeah.
And the helicopter. But it was just, like I said, all the links, I was like, it's just a bit weak. Then, of course, Chris Moores, I thought, he's sort of just not being real. Like, I know he can be real. And he's sort of putting this affected thing on. I didn't enjoy that. And then old Dinde, like Mike Dinde, he did that rap. I know all the words to Boom Shake the Room, right? So I was a bit gutted. I'm like, oh, like he's doing it.
But didn't it fill you with joy?
No, I'm like,
Oh,
he did
I
it.
was
I knew all the words though as well though. So,
But
yeah.
you're sitting there. But
you know the words? Do you
It
know the
filled-
words?
No, I don't know the words.
Really?
I
know
mumble.
Tommy
I
knows
know.
the words.
I've never known any words to any song, but it filled me with joy, just like they were all doing, and they go, "Yo, fellas, yo," and then everyone was joining in, and they go,
Yeah, but I think-
like all of that was brilliant. I just thought it was nice.
cringy. And then
Like I thought the other one, bless her, Jill did the
the rap from Peter Andre.
Yeah, I
Mysterious
thought
Girl.
that lacked a little bit of tone and tunage, but you know it's a hard place. It's a hard place to be.
Anyway, I think enough said. So if you're watching it, just want to know what you think genuinely. But I thought it was a bit weak. This one. That's
I think I'm gonna go off it like in the next few days.
I like the trials. Like the trial looked good, but I didn't. You know, by the way, the trials are they supposed to be a bit dirty? The girls are putting their hands into those holes. They're grabbing the pipes and all this stuff. Did you see yesterday's one?
Dirty as in what? Like they get dirty? Or
I think they should have. They called it something else, like the tunnel of something else, because the water was filling up on Christmas.
Yeah.
I think they should have called it gory hole, because they're putting their hands into into these holes.
Oh, I
of
thought you mean
goriness.
like because they were gory.
No, not that.
No, so I'm not getting confused. What are you on about?
The because it was
Gory.
all gory stuff
Right.
in there. But I thought, oh, that would have been funny, like gory hole. But they called it like, tank of death. Whatever. I'm like, there's no edge to it.
I did think though. I was thinking about it, and I was like, that bit where they were stuck in the chamber with water.
And the water's filling
Do you know
up.
what it reminded me of? When we were stuck in the boxes.
Oh,
the boxing
did
thing.
you not like that, being in the box?
It's claustrophobic.
No, I did something in nuclear races once where you got to crawl under this bag full of water,
Right.
and the water's pressing on your back.
Yeah, see,
Bruv,
I
you
think-
get into a little bit of a panic. Even though
Yeah.
you can breathe, if you just
Yeah.
stop, you can breathe.
Yeah, of course you
But
can.
it's just the pressure
The
of
panic,
it
yeah,
and
yeah.
that water filling up. And when it was getting right up to, I was like,
I was
man,
just
that
like,
is pretty
I
scary.
don't think I could do that.
But anyway, anything else you want to talk about what you watched, or you?
Well, the only thing I'm going to say is that I'm watching the most amazing show on Amazon Prime called The Peripheral, and if you haven't seen it yet,
sounds
it's from the producers of the Westworld, and Westworld obviously got
It's
announced.
coming to an end,
It's finished now, which I'm gutted about. Obviously, it needed one more season, but it's not going to happen. Wrong decision. But The Peripheral, brilliant. Amazon Prime, watch it. Complicated to watch. You got to be awake to watch it and understand it because it's different timelines.
That's him saying that to me. Like, don't be half asleep.
Yeah.
Pay attention.
Yeah.
Be
Yeah.
focused.
Yeah.
Tommy, don't even bother.
But things we learned this week. Who's going first?
I'll go first because it just my links to I'm a Celebrity.
Yes.
Just because I kept saying Mike, because it sounded like they were saying Dinde.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, sorry, on a little side note, just in case next time anyone does this in front of you, when an Indian person says Nottingham, it sounds like Nottingham. They do. Or Nottingham, can't they? Nottingham.
I think it's a Punjabi thing.
Oh, is that Punjabi?
The way you just said it is
Nottingham.
Nottingham.
And it just sounded like, no, they're doing naughty cum. Like they're doing naughty
Nottingham.
jobs.
Naughty work.
They're doing
Oh,
naughty,
I
naughty
see.
work.
Nottingham.
Naughty work.
Nottingham.
Nottingham.
Oh,
Nottingham.
Nottingham.
So when I was hearing Nottingham, and all I could do was naughty cum. Anyway, naughty cum. That's something else. Dinde.
Dinde.
Because of Mike Dinde, I kept hearing Dinde. I thought, what? I love Dinde.
What are they in English?
What are they in English?
What are they in English?
But have
That
you-
is a good question.
Tommy, I can't believe you've picked this.
Why?
Just carry on.
Do you eat Dinde? Do you call them
I
Dinde?
love. Well, so in Gujarati we call them tindora.
Yeah, of course you do.
Yeah, tindora.
Nimbada. So I haven't had.
Satch, I bet you've never even eaten one. I bet you doesn't even eat them.
They're beautiful.
I don't eat them.
Nice, crispy. Do you
I
make a
like
curry
them.
out of it?
Yeah, a bit squashy. I like them though. I don't mind grabbing a roti and then squeezing
Squeeze, yeah, you can get a squeeze, but
How's he making crispy then?
Well, no, they're a little bit stiff. They're a little bit stiff on the outside, soft on the inside, isn't it? That's what it is. That's what it is.
We're still talking about the.
Yeah.
So, I thought, what a Dinde? I thought, if I'm going to call him Mike Dinde and his head's a bit
Are
like
they
a
a
Dinde,
vegetable? Yes.
Of course they are. Yeah, right. Well, and the vegetable that they actually come under is Praecitrulus fistulosus.
What's that?
Ooh,
Don't know,
That
but
sounds like a rude position.
Fistulosus. I'll fistulosis.
Yeah.
And I'll fistulosis.
But what's the English word for it?
A commonly known as a Dinde is an Indian squash. There's loads of words for it. This is what I was going to say to you. Indian squash, round melon, Indian round gourd, or apple gourd,
But they're
or
not round.
Indian baby pumpkin.
But they're not round.
it's like a oblong.
It's like a tarbuj.
Yeah, but flattened.
Watermelon.
Flattened.
They're not flat.
It's not.
I think it depends what kind of style you get. You can get rounder ones,
You can get
and you
flat
can say more
ones.
oblongy
Yeah.
ones.
Oh, okay. I was thinking more Gujarati ones are oblong.
Yeah.
They're like bullets.
So
Yeah, bullets.
Yeah,
Bah.
yeah. it's like a
apple
bullet.
gourd, I think it's because they look a bit appley. Apple gourd
I bet you.
is what they know now.
I bet you.
That's the thing I learned.
I honestly do a little survey. I bet you there's not one English person you meet who's eating that.
Yeah, or even when you wouldn't.
I don't even think you can get it in
in a
Tesco.
restaurant. You can't get it in a restaurant. You can't get.
No. It wouldn't be in a restaurant because you can't do anything with it. Like in terms of you can't
No,
make
but in
it
a
like.
curry with a few potatoes, onions. It's just
No,
a bit
but
of a kind of
that's
carne, it's
but
lovely.
that level of curry don't exist in restaurants.
Yeah, it's probably not commercial, but you could add a bit of heat to it.
But you can't even get that in Tesco.
I bet
Or
you.
Asda, or
mark my
Sainsbury's.
words. I
Maybe
bet
in-
you we're now going to hear that this apple gourd is a superfood and it's going to become on
course it
trend.
is,
Now that
of
we've
course
spoken
it
about it, mark my word,
Like
I bet-
turmeric and all of that.
Yeah,
and
but
stuff
yeah,
that
it'll
we've
just
been
but
eating
it'll
for
pop
flipping
up.
years.
Yeah, avocado.
No,
whatever.
I think it's so underground this vegetable. I don't even think it's going to pop up. I don't even think it will register.
A dinde curry with just a few simple rotis.
With just roti, yeah. It's
Oh
got to be
my-
roti. It's got to be.
yeah. That's
Satch,
it.
have you ever eaten it?
I have.
Tindoranu shak.
I don't like it.
Oh,
I don't
sad.
like it.
Just-
I don't like it.
Disappointment.
All right. Well, okay. So anyway, dinde.
Can I go
apple
next?
gourd.
Can I go
apple
next?
gourd.
Because
Go get some.
you've picked something that's a vegetable.
Yeah.
The thing I've learned is about a vegetable.
Okay. What
Okay.
you learned about vegetables?
Did you know that broccoli is man-made and is not a plant that was naturally discovered in its form?
No, I did not know
Oh.
that.
Actually, I heard about broccoli last week. Give me the info.
It was basically, it stems from a cabbage. And
I like
the-
what you did there. You see where it stems from.
Yes.
Very
And it's
clever.
actually the part of the stem bit. So if you grow it, what they've done is they've kind of done a
It's
bit
the
of
chitted of the cabbage.
they've done a bit of crossbreeding. So it's not even that.
Oh.
They've mixed
Like
it
a
with something
cockapoo.
else, and broccoli's come out. It was made 2,000 years ago in the Mediterranean, like Italy somewhere.
Nice.
But,
Good.
see,
on-
but again, who was the person who thought of doing that? That's genius, isn't it?
Mental, innit? I couldn't believe it.
That's it. Oh, let's cut the bottom of this off and grow it, and it will turn green, and then all of a sudden it becomes a vegetable that becomes so.
But then
good
you
for
need to. I don't even know what it involves to grow two plants together. I don't know how you.
That you learned that in biology. Do you remember? Where you can
Yeah,
stick
of course I
two
did.
different plants, and
So
then
the word that it originates from is broccolo, and that means the flowering crest of a cabbage.
right.
That's
Okay.
what it is.
So Barolo, broccolo, just their kind of words. Is that
Yeah.
Broccoli.
Very
Broccoli's
good.
man-made.
Broccoli, man-made, didn't exist. So do you think God will go like, "Oi, I put
Yeah, you're
plenty-
messing- you're
I
messing
put
with my-
dinde on the planet. You're making way broccolo like that." Shad.
Wow.
There you go. Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Or God's
Maybe.
going, "Oh, I knew I should have done broccoli. I knew it. I was going to do
Forgot
it.
to do that.
I was gonna
Forgot
it.
to do that one.
And they
These
gotta make
humans
it
went and
themselves.
done it.
Yeah, we've gone and done it themselves. All
But
right,
that's
well done.
incredible that we've invented that.
Yeah.
Right. So
Broccoli.
mine is here. We go. This is.
I'm going to call it broccolo from now on.
You do that.
Yeah, original term. What's a broccolo?
broccolo. Okay.
It sounds cooler.
Sounds like the
I've
Gruffalo.
got the science behind why, and obviously it's really annoying. You know when you set an alarm.
Yeah.
You basically, why do we always wake up a couple of hours or just slightly earlier than the alarm?
Couple of hours.
Sometimes, because it's always on your mind, isn't it? So you
Sometimes,
you
yeah.
check.
Got to wake up at
So
5 o'clock today.
But normally we always wake up minutes before the alarm goes off.
Yeah. Happens to be quite a lot.
Right? Now, there's a scientific reason behind why this happens. And according to sleep experts, our bodies can sense time even while we're in deep sleep.
Okay.
Again, which is just amazing,
Yeah.
our human body. So the science behind it is down to a ball of nerves known as the suprachiasmatic nucleus, which is
nice.
found in the center of the brain. These nerves control all sorts of things like our blood pressure, the body temperature, and all of that. And this nucleus also then figures out when we're feeling sleepy, when we're feeling wide awake. And so It's part of our body clock and the process of our brains becoming accustomed to having a routine.
Okay,
so that's why it's basically saying, because you try and go to sleep at the same time at night. You're waking up. Obviously, if you've got a 9-to-5 job or whatever, you're normally getting up at the same kind of time. So this is basically the part of the brain that's telling you that this is your sleep cycle, your waking up cycle.
See, they say they say, humans we're creatures of routine. We're creatures of we need routine. Routine is good. Have your to some extent, and also it's good to break out that routine now and then. But what you're saying really is that routine is hardwired,
right? So
inside,
and so basically to avoid feeling the shock and the stress of getting woken up by the alarm, your body will automatically start to produce PER, this chemical, earlier in the night. So it's already basically getting you ready. So minutes before. So actually, because if that alarm, it's a rude awakening, isn't it? If you're deep sleep and you're not, and you go past it and it just hits you. So that's why it's all gently getting you ready for it.
Now, I think I've evolved one stage further than that.
Oh, here we go.
So I tell you where my inner body clock goes to. So yes, I wake up just before alarms. I think I did a travel show for a long time, for many years before the Asian Network, and so I was getting up to get flights. Yeah. So I've been scared about missing flights.
Well, yeah, you get paranoid.
So then when you've got to get up and be somewhere, I'd rather just get up earlier. I'm just saying to them. Look, I've got to say, I know I slept in a couple of times on the show, but it wasn't many.
I was going to mention that.
It was often through sick. It was when I was sick or just run down as hell.
Yeah, one time was completely random. And me and Kedge were kind of just... We were playing music till about 8:30.
8:30.
Yeah. All right, anyway, let's not focus on that, right? The focus is...
Then we got who covered?
Yes, sir.
He was
on One Extra.
Yeah. He was in the other studio. We got him in.
Yeah.
We had to do what we had to do.
He did the early show on another station, One Extra, and then came over.
Yeah.
See, good on him. He's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
There you go.
Well, better than you.
So, apart from those one or two occasions, today only, Kesh, now that you say that, I put a pizza in the oven.
Yeah.
And he said, set it for 18 minutes.
Right.
And I sat there, must be getting close to 18 minutes now.
Yeah.
Walked over and I went to press the button, which I'd set the timer on, just to show me how long's left. And as my finger was about to touch it, it went, like to say alarm. And I pressed it, I turned it off.
Wow.
Like it was sweet.
He knows.
Meaning my inner pizza body clock. What did you say the technical term was for that?
PRS.
Fascia nucleus.
It's a difficult word.
Yeah, it was a good word.
The word is suprachiasmatic nucleus.
I have a pizza chiasmatic nucleus. So in the center of my pizza is connected to the center of my brain.
Scientists, can you have a look into that?
Thank you very much. But I'm saying, clearly, again, I've always thought there's a bit of a game show in that, but it's a bit like the Cube when you got to guess when 20 seconds have passed.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I like stuff like that.
But it's in situations like that, it's harder. Like when you've got to count something. For
stress.
example, when you're planking, time goes slow.
It does.
Yes.
Planking time.
A second is not a second in planking.
I think you're slowing the universe down when you plank.
Basically.
That's for sure.
Yes.
And look, good things we learned. And a little bit of a bumper one. How long was this podcast?
Oh no, it's only an hour.
Oh, was it an hour?
Yeah. No, hour and 10.
Okay,
Got a little bit.
a
I mean,
longer.
people were asking for 2 hours.
Yeah.
It was never going to
What
happen.
do you want us to talk about?
No,
2 hours?
exactly.
They're like, oh, you got to do. Why do people do that?
No, and some people do 3-hour podcast. Joe Rogan, 3-hour podcast.
Yeah, but that's okay if you've got loads of stuff to talk about, and they go off on
It's
different
intellectual.
We are intellectual.
We'll leave that for them.
I mean, they're a bit under the influence when they're doing a podcast, so anything can kind of happen.
Okay, have a good one. We'll catch you next week.
Laters.
Laters.